was muted. Sorry, guys. Hey, guys, and welcome on into another episode. Getting well with Terry and friends. Trends and betting picks. I'm Terry, ready to break down today's slate. Of course, we have Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals to talk about, and then the MLB slate as well. But before we get to that, we will take a look at what happened on the weekend here. I'll breeze through it here a bit quickly. Saturday did not start off well. Elliot Ramos, no home run, no hit. The Mets got beat up 8-1. No RBI from Nimmo, only one base from Nimmo. So a rough start there. Francisco Alvarez, over 1.5 bases, was a nice winner. He got a home run and I believe a double or another couple hits there. Kyle Schwarber, over 1.5 bases. He got two different doubles. Reynolds didn't hit his bases, which is kind of rare for him. Minnesota, Oakland, over 8 was a premium play on the site. How that was an 8 made absolutely no sense to me after how those teams had played on Friday. And the over cashed in the second inning. So when you're on a full game over and it cashes in the second inning, that is always nice. Royce Lewis, over 1.5 bases. He got 3 bases. So a nice winner there. No home run for him. And he's actually gone a couple games without a home run. So we'll see if we can get back to that tomorrow. Stephen Kwan, over 1.5 bases. He got 6 of them. So needed 2. He got 6. Brennan only got 1 base. Orny Clement, no bases at all. No home run from Santander. No RBI from Santander. No home run from Henderson. And then we got to the Edmonton, the CFL game here. And not bad. 2-1. McLeod Bethel Thompson over passing yards. Dylan Mitchell over receiving yards, both cashed. Curly Giddens Jr. did not cash. Atlanta money line, plus 124, loser. They got beat up by the Yankees in that one game. No bases for Albies, only 1 base for Riley. No bases for Christian Yelich. So yes, it was a rough start at this point. But then, if we were having a thank you segment of the day, we'd be talking about Jackson Merrill. Now, I'm going to keep the thank you segments of the day to Monday to Friday or Saturday. Not going to bring up a video from Saturday, but if I was going to, Merrill would deserve it. Over 1.5 bases, plus 135, home run, plus 675. Nothing from Manny Machado. And then a good end to the night. The over 8.5 cash in the San Diego game, thanks to a grand slam by Bryce Terang in the 9th inning. So what a nice cash there on the over 8.5. And then Shohei Ohtani, home run. Plus 152, obviously a horrible price, but Ohtani versus former team, he came through. So a small losing day, down 0.64 units. Yesterday, Phillies run line, nice early game winner there. Castellanos, only 1 base, so no home run, no total bases. Alec Bohm cashed his over 1.5 bases, minus 115. Nothing from Albies. Jordan Westberg got a home run, so plus 125 winner there. Josh Smith, over 1.5 bases, plus 140. He also got a home run. Wyatt Langford, over 1.5 bases, plus 145. He got a double. These 2 players for Texas are extremely hot right now for the Texas Rangers. No home run from Abrams, no bases from Goodman, no home run from Goodman, no home run from McMahon. Of course, a really low-scoring game in Colorado there when I go with the 3 home run bets, but of course, all quarter units, so no big losses there. Royce Lewis, over 1.5 bases, full unit play, didn't cash. He didn't get any. No bases at all from him yesterday. No home run from him, obviously, either. Geloff and Tyler Soderstrom, no home runs for them either. Small quarter unit plays with obviously how big of a plus price they are. Pablo Lopez had an amazing game yesterday, and that's kind of what hurt those home run props. Bryce Strangle, over 1.5 bases, nice winner. He got 3. Jackson Merrill, over 1.5 bases, he got 2. No home run from him, so he didn't cash the plus 700. And then we get to the CFL game. And what a way to end the night. Saskatchewan -2.5 winner. Over 50.5 cashed right at the end as well. The Saskatchewan team total over 26.5 cashed. Trevor Harris passing yards did not. Full unit play on that one. Fortunately, he got injured in the second quarter. He was already at 170 yards. He was going to fly past this had he not gotten injured. So a little bit unfortunate there. Bo Levi Mitchell over passing yards, 291.5. He finished with 295, and he got them right at the last part of the game in the last few seconds. So thank you to Bo Levi Mitchell. Jared Stearns didn't get receiving yards for Saskatchewan. Of course, when Trevor Harris went down, the backup did not look good. Now, there's no news on Harris. Luckily, Saskatchewan has a bye week this week, which is a perfect timing for that. And then we'll see his health going forward. Shamar Bridges over 66.5 receiving yards, 1. So overall, up 2.18 units yesterday. So can't complain about that. And that is what happened this weekend. Now we'll jump into the chat, see how people are doing, and then we'll get to the MLB slate. And yes, I'm saving hockey till later. Mr. Edelman. Hello, Timothy. Terry, ... Hello, Mr. Florida Panther, Nicholas Earl. Sir Terry. Hello, Billy. A good day to all. Good day, Terry. To you as well, Tommy. A good day, all. You as well, Timothy. St. Louis Blues money line. Sorry, Jordan Bennington, you guys are golfing right now. No Stanley Cup for you, which is always nice to see. Monsieur Terrence. Hey, Terry. Hey, Storage Club. Let's make some money. Yes, that is a plan, Juan. Let's make some money. Yes, we will get to the NHL Stanley Cup Final Game 7 at the end of the show, but we'll start with baseball, as we usually do here, talking about the Cleveland Guardians heading to Baltimore to face the Orioles here in this game. On the mound for Cleveland is Tanner Beebe. Cade Povich on the mound for the Orioles. Povich, 1 or 2 rough starts there, but he's been better recently. Giving up 1 hit, 1 earned run in his last start against the Yankees, only 4.2 innings. And then the start before that, no runs, 5 hits against the Atlanta Braves. And Tanner Beebe, 5-2 on the season, so he's had a good season. His last game against Seattle, 3 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 12 strikeouts. Previous before that, against Cincinnati, he had 11 strikeouts, 4 hits, 4 earned runs. When I look at this game here, I only have one side today in the MLB, which is available on picksandparlays.net, but it's not in this game. Both of these teams are teams I want to back, but they're both facing each other here, which obviously has me staying off the side here. But there are player props that I like. Stephen Kwan, over half a hit is a good parlay piece. Over 1.5 bases for a half unit. He's done that in 12 of his last 15 games. And I believe he has a 412 average against lefties. He's hit lefties very well. He really hits everyone very well. A hit in 16 of his last 17 games, multiple bases in 12 of his last 15. We will take him for 2 bases. And then looking at the Orioles here, Jordan Westburg. A hit in 4 games in a row. We'll take that as a parlay piece, and multiple bases in 3 of 4. He does have a home run in back-to-back games. Westburg leads the Orioles against right-handed pitchers on the season. So we'll continue to back him against righties and really against everyone when he is playing this well. And I believe it was a nice price, plus 148 for Westburg over 1.5 bases, plus 135 for Stephen Kwan. So 2 players hitting the ball very well right now, and nice plus prices for their total bases props. Not getting to Henderson, Santander, Rutschman. Not going to overload in props here. We're just going to take Westburg, and we're going to take Stephen Kwan here in this game. First 5 under 4.5. I can see that. I can see that. And that's again why we're not overloading in props in this game. Moving on along to our second game, we've got the Philadelphia Phillies heading to Detroit to face the Tigers. Aaron Nola for the Phillies, Casey Mize for Detroit in this one. Nola, really rough start against Boston, 11 hits, 8 earned runs, 3.2 innings. Played better in his last start against the Padres, 6 innings, 4 hits, 3 earned runs. But he has been getting hit a little bit recently. This Detroit Tigers team coming off an offensive outburst in their last game last night, where they won 11-2 against this White Sox team. And with the Tigers, we've seen this in some games this season where they get a huge offensive outburst, and then other games where they get one run or shutout. So don't really know what we're going to get from the Detroit offense. But Casey Mize, 0-4 with a 5.46 ERA in his last 7 starts. It has not gone very well for him. And now he gets this Phillies team coming in here, hitting the ball pretty well. We will take Bryce Harper over 1.5 bases, which he's done in 6 of his last 7 games. I like him for a hit, which he's done in 13 of his last 14. Alec Boehm leads the team against right-handed pitchers. We'll take him half unit on over 1.5 bases. I also like him for a hit, which he's done in 11 of his last 13 as a parlay piece. The rest of the players here, Riley Green, the only one really consistent for Detroit right now. Staying off Trey Turner, Nick Castellanos. Can't bet everybody. But the guys that I'm focusing in on here, Bryce Harper and Alec Boehm in this game. Orioles first 5. That game's tough. I don't have an opinion on it. Tough slate when it comes to sides for me today, at least. Phillies run line or nothing, pass. Yeah, good game for player props. Boom, fire. Yes, he's been great. He's been great pretty much all season. I did have a little bit of a cold streak, but everybody goes through that. But he's been really consistent all year long for the Phillies. Seattle Mariners, Tampa Bay Rays. I'll be much quicker with this game. Brian Wu on the mound for Seattle had been pretty much perfect until his last start against Cleveland. First game back from injury, 4 innings, 4 hits, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. So he'll be looking to bounce back here against Tampa Bay. But this Tampa Bay team has been winning games recently, starting to play a bit better. Taj Bradley on the mound for them, 2-4 at the 4.06 ERA. Hasn't given up a lot of runs lately, but 7 hits, 2 earned runs against Minnesota, 3 hits, no earned runs against the Cubs, 3 hits, 1 earned run against Baltimore. So when it comes to a side here, I want to look at Seattle, who is the better team, but Tampa Bay is in better form right now. And then when it comes to player props, there's nobody I really want to take here. Yandy Diaz RBI could potentially be a good look. But right now, this is a pass for me. Not one of the games that I'm interested on today's slate. Good day, Terry. Hey, Captain Bry. Hope all is well. Small lean towards Rays first 5. Yeah. Depends what Woo are we going to get? What Brian Woo are we going to get in this game? Going on along to the Toronto Blue Jays facing the Boston Red Sox here in this game. Toronto has not announced a starting pitcher here, so the numbers that you're about to see here for Boston are assuming that Bassett starts today, but nobody got announced for the Blue Jays. Vladdy, home run in 2 of his last 3, so he's starting to heat up a bit. Spencer Horwitz has been playing really well, 2 home runs in yesterday's game. Addison Barger, Ernie Clement, 2 hot hitters as well for the Jays. For the Red Sox, I want to bet Connor Wong because he's red hot. multiple bases in 4 of 5, an RBI in 5 of 6, 13-game hit streak. 2 of his last 3 games, he has a home run. He's 0 for 5 against Bassett. So it'll depend if Bassett's playing here. Jared Duran, also a very hot hitter right now. He's 0 for 7 against Bassett. Tyler O'Neill, 1 for 6 with a double. So Boston's hot hitters have not had success against Bassett, um, except for Devers, who just hurts the Blue Jays. 5 for 11, 2 doubles, 2 home runs against Bassett. So is Bassett playing? Kind of got to know that before looking at props here. Um, I want to look at the hot hitters for Boston and Duran and Connor Wong, but they don't play well against Bassett. So a pass here. No real interest in getting involved in this game. But honestly, yes, I'm a Blue Jays fan. Every game the Blue Jays lose, the better, because every game they lose, there's more of a chance that there'll be changes in the front office, which is desperately needed for this Blue Jays team. So um, I kind of like to see them lose. I know that might sound a bit weird, but I just explained why. So we'll see what happens today. Pittsburgh Pirates, Cincinnati Reds. Bailey Falter on the mound for Pittsburgh. Carson Spears on the mound for Cincinnati. In this one, Brian Reynolds. I want to take him for over 1.5 bases, but I believe it was minus 130, which I'm just not going to do. So we're going to go with RBI, which he's done in 8 of his last 13 games. He's 2 for 3 with 2 doubles against Spears. So is Rowdy Tellez, 2 for 3 with 2 doubles. So both the players have had success against Falter. And then looking at the Cincinnati Reds, we're going with Spencer Steer, over 1.5 bases for a half unit. Yes, he hasn't been super consistent lately, but he's 5 for 8 with a home run against Falter. So he's definitely seen Falter well. So we'll take Spencer Steer in this one. And that's about it. I believe the total here is around 11. So that will tell you all you need to know, that books are expecting a higher 10. It's currently a 10. But that's the highest total on the board in this game. So go with Spencer Steer, over 1.5 bases, and we'll go with Brian Reynolds to get an RBI here in this game. First 5 over and full game over for Nick. Sounds good. Lots of runs, and maybe I cash both my props. Move on along to the Atlanta Braves, who are facing. Who are they facing? St. Louis Cardinals here in this game. Let's try to get this fixed. I can't get it right here. Bear with me. On the mound for Atlanta, Spencer Schwellenbach, who's 1-2 with a 4.98 ERA in 4 starts. Got absolutely torched in his first 2 starts, but has looked much better in his last 2. Against Baltimore, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks in 6 innings. 3 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts, and a win against Detroit in his last game. So Schwellenbach, after a really rough 2 starts, has looked much better in his last 2. Lance Lynn, 2-3 with a 4.08 ERA on the season, but June has not been kind to him. In his most recent start, 10 hits, 5 runs, or 6 earned runs, or 6 runs, 5 earned runs, 2 home runs against Miami, 4 hits, 3 earned runs against Pittsburgh, 6 hits, 4 earned runs against Colorado. So Lance Lynn hasn't been having much success recently. And now he faces this Atlanta Braves team, which is coming in pretty hot in this game. And the Braves, something you won't hear very often, they've allowed 1 or fewer runs in 5 of their last 6 games. They've given up either 1 or 0 runs in the game. The one game they gave up 8 runs was the only other game that they allowed more than 1. And of course, I was on Braves money line in that game against the Yankees. But other than that, they've been very, very good defensively and with pitching in their games recently. Austin Riley, not quite consistent enough for me to pull the trigger. He's 3 for 6 with the home run against Lance Lynn. Kalenic has been great lately. He doesn't have a hit on Lynn. Ozzy Albies 1 for 2 with a triple against Lynn, so he's had some success against him. Travis Renault has yet to face him. And then for the Cardinals right now, it's Donovan and Burleson, the two hottest hitters. And I'm going to go with Donovan. I like him for a hit, which he's done in 16 of his last 17 games as a parlay piece, and over 1.5 bases, 6 games in a row. He's got a home run in 3 of 5. So things have been going really well for Brendan Donovan right now. So we'll take him here over 1.5 bases in this game. Dun, 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 dun. Cardinals plus 104. All right, all right. I do have this is my game where I have my premium play on picksandparlays.net, so you can get it in the description below. Dr. Bond will be watched later. All right, awesome. Cards team total over. I'm not sure. I'm not sure on that. NHL leans are first period under 1.5, yes, overtime, and the under 5.5. Yes. Today in the NHL right now, it seems like everybody is on Edmonton and everybody is on the under. And we'll see how I feel when we get to the end of the show. But it seems like everybody's on Edmonton and everybody's on the under in this game. So we'll get to that later on when we get to NHL. Moving on along to the LA Dodgers, heading to the White Sox heading to Chicago to face the White Sox here. Nobody announced for the Dodgers on the mound. Garrett Crochet for the White Sox, and he's been great for the White Sox this season. One of the only bright spots on this White Sox team. And maybe that's why the Dodgers are only now they're minus 122. Minus 122, minus 125 in this game. This is a very, very strong offense. I'm not going to say the best in baseball because they haven't been this year, the Dodgers, but against the worst team in baseball. This is a complete mismatch here. Why it's only minus 125 is a little bit confusing for the Dodgers money line, which I would never have guessed in this game. Really, it has to do with who's going to be pitching for the Dodgers, I guess, but I don't know. I have to give that some more thought. What I don't have to give any thought on is Shohei Ohtani. 7 games in a row with a hit, 7 games in a row with multiple bases, 7 games in a row with an RBI, a home run in 5 of his last 7. I get it. They're facing Crochet, who's pitched very well. Ohtani 0 for 2 against Crochet in the game that he faced him earlier. But that's fine. I'm getting Ohtani home run at plus 300, which he's done in 5 of his last 7 games. I'm getting Ohtani over 1.5 bases at plus 105. So it's plus money for Ohtani multiple bases, which he's done in 7 games in a row. I'll take that against Crochet or no Crochet because he won't pitch the whole game. And then the White Sox bullpen will come in. And my prediction, Ohtani gets double at least off Crochet here in this one. Paxton should start for the Dodgers. Yeah, most likely. White Sox money line. I don't know. Only minus 125 for the big bad Dodgers versus the worst team in modern baseball era. Of course, Nick hates the Dodgers. Everyone on the Oilers, not me. I'll take the Panthers. Wow, Catherine Bry. Wow. White Sox team total over 3.5 and money line. White Sox are 5th versus left-handed pitchers last 30 days, assuming that it's going to be a left-handed pitcher pitching in this game. Nothing's been confirmed yet. And no, I'm not taking the White Sox in this game. The White Sox, for me to take the White Sox in this game, they should be plus 300. Then maybe I would consider looking at them, but not at plus 120. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Game 7. Yes. And we're going to be getting to it soon. Miami Marlins here in the next game against the Kansas City Royals. And I'll be real quick. Nice and easy pass here. Not taking any Miami props. Jesus Sanchez has been good recently. Really, all three of these players have been pretty good recently, all hitting home runs, multiple bases, RBIs, getting hits. For the Royals, nobody's all that consistent recently, so this is an easy pass in this game. Texas Rangers heading to Milwaukee to face the Brewers in this game. And yeah, we are going to continue to take the two hot hitters here in Josh Smith and Wyatt Langford. I like both for hits as parlay pieces. They've done them in 5 games in a row. Josh Smith over 1.5 bases for a half unit. He's done in 4 of his last 5. Wyatt Langford for a half unit, multiple bases, 5 games in a row. And I like both for RBIs for core units. Smith in 5 of 6, Langford in 8 of 10. Both players are red hot. I will continue to back them here against Freddie Peralta. 5 and 4th of 4.06 ERA. Yes, he's coming off a great start against the Angels. 6 hits, 6 innings, 3 hits, no earned runs. But the start before that against Cincinnati, 10 hits, 6 earned runs. Before that against Detroit, 4 hits, 3 earned runs. Yes, Peralta had one good start, but I don't trust him here. And we'll take the 2 hot hitters for the Texas Rangers. And I believe I got all 4 at great prices. Smith RBI plus 250, Langford RBI plus 230, Langford over 1.5 bases plus 170, and Smith over 1.5 bases plus 180. Yes, no brainer plays there for me in this game. When it comes to the Milwaukee Brewers, Terang has been great recently, so you could look at him. He's over 3 against Lorenzen, so that's ultimately keeping me off. But if you want a Brewers prop, look at Bryce Terang. Christian Yelich also playing pretty well recently for the Brewers. Royals minus 1.5. All right. Brewers -1. Nick hates the Texas Rangers. Peralta get right spot. Rangers 30th first right-handed pitchers. Renz's numbers are fool's gold. Yeah. We'll see. We will see. What's up, Terry? I agree. Can't trust my Brewers on Mondays. Yeah. The Brewers could win this. I'm not on a side here, but I will happily take 2 very hot hitters at great prices here. I do not trust Peralta. And Peralta's get right spot was his last game against Detroit. But now he's going to go back. I think he's going to go back to being what we've seen from him recently in this game. Stop Geo. How's it going? Yes, that's the plan. Let's make some money. I believe we've got 2 more games left, I think. Then we'll get to the NHL. Oakland Athletics are facing the LA Angels here. Medina 1 and 2 with a 4.71 ERA for the Athletics. Griffin Canning 2 and 8 with a 5.02 ERA for the Angels. Seeing the total at 9 here in this game. Ultimately, I'm not getting to anything here. Kiloff and Soderstrom both have not got a hit against Canning. Of course, only 1 game played, so not a big sample size. Rooker has had success against Canning, but it's been a little bit cold here in his most recent games. And the Angels' offense is pretty much inexistent right now. Logan O'Hoppe, their most hottest hitter, and he has a home run in 1 game. And that's it. So don't trust the Angels' offense right now. When it comes to Oakland Athletics, we do see these 2 guys hit home runs, Kiloff and Soderstrom, but not for me in this game. We'll pass. Lean Athletics. Yeah. I can't get to anything here. Washington Nationals are heading to San Diego to face the Padres. It took me a second to remember. Patrick Corbin on the mound for Washington, 1-7 with a 5.60 ERA, but back-to-back starts, he's only given up one earned run against Detroit and Arizona, going up 5 innings, 4 hits, one earned run, 2 walks against Detroit, 3 hits, one earned run, 3 walks against Arizona. So Patrick Corbin is hot. Not really, but for his standards, he is hot right now and playing well. Matt Waldron for the San Diego Padres on the season, 5-6 with a 3.46 ERA, but in his last 7 starts, he's 4-1 with a 1.64 ERA, including his last game against the Philadelphia Phillies, which was a win, 5 hits, one earned run, 2 walks. Lost to the Mets, but only gave up 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks. He's been great for the Padres recently. Padres run line is plus 108. I would lean with that here. But do we really think Patrick Corbin's going to have 3 good games in a row? I'm not sure. Yes, I'm going to Jackson Merrill. Yes, he's a lefty. Obviously facing a lefty, but he's been so hot for us. We're going to take him here. Doesn't have a lot of numbers against lefties, but they're not bad. Jay Cronenworth is a lefty, but he's 3 for 4 against Corbin. So lefties, righties, everyone has success against Corbin, except his last 2 starts. So taking Jackson Merrill over 1.5 bases for a half unit. I like him for a hit as a parlay piece if he plays. I wouldn't be shocked if maybe he gets a game off here because they're facing a lefty, but I would hope he's in the lineup. And for me to take the Padres run line, I'd really want to see Merrill in the lineup because he's been their hottest hitter this season. So we'll have to see what happens there with him. Rangers and Astros coming back to life. Ultimately stayed off the Rangers game. Mariners with a decent lead, double-digit lead. Need to start worrying when these teams get healthy. Yeah. And the Rangers have gone healthy, and they've been playing much better recently. Padres run line, yeah, that's what I would be getting to if I was going to get to something in this game. Final game of the night, the Chicago Cubs and the San Francisco Giants. Pass. Not sure who's going to be on the mound for San Francisco, and not interested in taking Cubs props. And with the Giants, Heliot Ramos hasn't got anything. He did get multiple bases in the one game, but no home run in a few games. Over 3 against Steele. Jorge Soler over 7. So ultimately, not getting to anything in this game. And that is the final baseball game of the night. Nats. Oh, interesting. Okay, so you think Corbin's going to win a game? Well, maybe he doesn't record the win, but a Nationals win with him on the mound. Interesting. But now we'll go to the NHL, and this is it. This is the final NHL game of the season, which is kind of sad, but NHL will be back soon. And as I said, everyone's on Edmonton. Everyone's on the under in this game. I agree with the side, but I don't agree with the total. I am on the over. I know the over. Everyone's on the under. Yes, apparently Stanley Cup Game 7s, they go under. And that's all fine and dandy. But did any of those Game 7s have Sergei Bobrovsky in net? No, they didn't. The Edmonton Oilers have absolutely dominated the last 3 games of this series. The Edmonton Oilers have been the better team all series long. Yes, Florida played well in Game 3, I believe it was. And Florida has shown moments in games where they try to come back, but they've been absolutely no shows in the first period. Edmonton Oilers covered the puck line in the last game, covered the over, and McDavid didn't even get a point. That says all that needs to be said. I love the Oilers in this game. Obviously, I already locked in Oilers to win the series at plus 290 right after Game 5 when we saw that disaster by the Florida Panthers. I was all over the Oilers in game 6. I'm all over the Oilers here again. Give me Edmonton money line at minus 105. Give me the over 5.5 at plus 130. Give me Edmonton puck line, a reverse puck line at plus 250 for a half unit. Give me Warren Fogle over half a point, plus 150, and Zach Hyman over or an anytime goal, plus 150. And why are we taking those two props? Well, I will show you here in a second. Fogle has a point in 4 games in a row. Multiple points in the last game. He's been great for Edmonton the last few games. Hyman has a goal in 3 games in a row. Looking to make it 4. He's been great as well. McDavid didn't get a point in the last game, and like I said, the Oilers still dominated, and that's scary. Evan Bouchard, not quite consistent enough for me. Bennett, Rodriguez, we were playing. Neither of them got anything in their last game. They've kind of gone cold. This Florida Panthers team has gone cold, and I can't back them here. So that is what we're doing here in the final game of the year. It's sad. The NHL ending? Yeah, I agree. Boo NHL. Yeah, kind of sad, but Panthers money line. According to Twitter, the series is over. Edmonton has completed the comeback and won the cup. Congrats, Oilers. Nick, you're only on the Panthers because you have a future bet on them. If you had watched them the last couple of games, you would understand why I jumped ship and went to the Oilers. You would understand. Oilers money line. Oilers money line. I like them at minus 110. Yeah, not a bad price. Futures, Bob. Anytime goal 300 to 1. Skinner anytime goal 300 to 1. Let's go. Wow. Good luck. And hey, if one team is up by a lot, Edmonton, and Florida pulls a goalie multiple times, I could see Skinner taking a shot and trying to get a goal. If they're up by quite a bit, then yeah, I could see that. So that's not an awful look. Oilers team total over 2.5 minus 123 isn't a bad play either. I do like that, but because I'm on the Oilers money line, the puck line, and the over 5.5, I'm not going to jump on the team total over. But for people that are nervous about playing the full game over, if you'd rather do Oilers team total, you could do that. Bobrovsky has not shown he can stop the puck recently. And yes, I'm on Edmonton. Yes, a lot of people are on Edmonton for good reason. But this is a game 7. Florida is still going to be in this game. They could win this game. But looking at how this series has gone, Edmonton's been the better team throughout, and especially the last few games. Florida looks happy to be here, and they just don't look interested in like they want to win the Stanley Cup, and that's just crazy to say, but it's how it looks. They don't look interested. They seem happy to be here, while Edmonton is focused on winning a cup. So that's how I see things. Good riddance, NHL. Shit, NHL season ending with a plus 1,000 loser by NHL. Won't miss, yeah. We'll see what happens. Obviously, I am, and if you guys tailed me earlier on in the season when I gave it out, I have Florida plus 1,000 as well. But I don't see it. I don't see it. Empty net goal is minus 110. Edmonton empty net goal is plus 375. Oof. Where is that at? Where is that at? Because I like that. I do. Now, when it comes to the total in this game, only way I see this game staying under is if it is tied. If both teams are tied in the third period, 1-1, 2-2, then yes, that's when I can see defense being played. Defense at all costs. But earlier on, that's where I can see goals. First and second period. But picks and parlays, premium plays of the day. Don't buy my NHL because I've given it to you guys. But my MLB play is available for sale on the site, and I have a CFL play locked and loaded for Week 4, my favorite play of the week. And lines have moved a lot in the CFL since last night in quite a few of the games. I do believe this line will continue to move. So if you want to get my play on picksandparlays.net, my favorite CFL play of the week, it's available uh, on pixelparlays.net. Link is in the description below if you would like to purchase that. Hit the like and subscribe button. If you guys are watching on Twitter, come on YouTube. I would love to have you guys on. And yeah, this is it for NHL. Of course, we'll have the NHL season preview shows once again. Huge success last year. I've done them back to back years now. Last year was a bigger success than year one. So we'll be obviously still having the MLB shows, but for people that are looking for hockey, this is it until the season preview shows come back. But we'll go through each team and how their off season has gone, of course, closer to next year's NHL season. MGM, perfect. Thanks, Addison. I'm going to take a look at that because those are really interesting bets. Thumbs up. Thank you, Captain Bry. Best luck, everyone, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Another episode. Getting wild with Terry and friends. Trends of betting picks. Best of luck on your bets today, unless you're on Florida and the under. Sorry, guys. Bye.